Well, it felt amazing. It still does. Emotional. It was very emotional, and I think you and I talked about that too. There's just been a lot of teams to come here before that, and I think when we win, we talk about it all the time. We win for all those teams that have kind of chipped away, and so it's very fun. It's still surreal in a way, but extremely emotional for me.
It's really special because last year, I had to redshirt and I did want to play a lot, but it's special because we lost 4 great people, and it's special to know that these girls can come in and we can make history together.
Well, like Chelsea said, we lost 4 very good players last year, and we were beating the Elite 8 last year by Oklahoma City, and it was tough. I think it was tough emotionally because we were very close, a very, very close team, and we had a strong bond. And I think the girls could probably tell you a little bit too. Even it stung still when season started because we missed them. And just to think that losing the quality players that we had last year and made the run that we had last year, and just the fact that we bounced back, like Chelsea said, she redshirted, and she's come in and made an unbelievable difference for our team. And these kids obviously have experience. LeeAnn was fortunate enough to play with 2 other point guards last season who both graduated, and the ball, she pretty much carries the load for us from the point guard position. And then Caroline's our warrior. She's the one that knows what it's like, and she's the one that can put us on her back and take us. So it's been an unbelievable journey, and to think that we did lose what we lost last year and we're able to come back and not only make it to the Elite 8, but go ahead and break through and make it to the Final Four is beyond anything I could have imagined preseason.
Well, every night's a battle. Every game's a battle. Every conference game is nothing to take lightly. So I think it just sets us up for this. It prepares us from the very beginning that, nothing's going to be easy. We're put in tight games every single conference game pretty much. The last person in our conference is a possible, battle to the end. So it just really, prepares us for this.
I've loved it. Of course, it was nice in Frankfurt. We had our fans, and our fans traveled great. And it was nice to have that just huge cheering section. But our parents and fans have stayed true and followed us, and it's been nice. I've loved it here. It's a great place.
Yeah, personally, I like it even better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been really fun, and it's a new place. We'd been in Frankfurt for 3 years, forever. And I don't know, it was just time for a change, and it's brought on something good, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah. LeeAnn, all of us have bought new shoes,
yes.
So that's good. And Margaret's taken care of. She's okay. My brother's at home feeding, so yeah. Margaret's my pet cow, so. Which the whole team has met, so.
Now, that's correct. We were talking about Katie on the way over here, and obviously her sitting on the bench and watching us go through that, I'm sure is bittersweet for her. She's had a big part of what we do. She practices with us every day. The only thing she doesn't do is play, and I think she's been unbelievable for LeeAnn, just helping her out and just staying in her ear and being a positive influence. And I know she's been great for our team. She was a great leader last year, and just to have her, I trust her, and I know these kids trust her, and it's just knowing that you have your point guard from the previous season helping your point guard this year, and having that mentality more than anything. Careful, LeeAnn.
It's really difficult for you, how challenging is that?
Of course, there's days it's difficult. When you have a coach as a point guard, you can. I don't want to say anything. She expects more out of you, and she knows how to play the position. And the same goes for Katie. They both our tremendous point guards in Campbellsville history. And just to be able to sit there and listen to them and listen to their advice, also their criticism, has helped me. And it's just been nice to have both of them just kind of in my ear. This is what you should do. You're missing this pass. Hit your free throws. Stuff like that. It's just been great.
Well, I think this team's been through probably the greatest with Chelsea. Chelsea's overcome probably something that we couldn't begin to imagine. She's lost her father, her mother, and her grandmother in a 4-month span, and she's been our rock. So I think this team and all of them could speak. She's taught us so much and how to handle things and how to be a teammate. She could have laid down early, and you look at our stats, and there's nobody that Caroline averages 10 points a game, and that's it. Everybody else is 9 and under. But obviously the player of the year in our conference, and this is not to take away from the player of the year in our conference at all, but I genuinely feel like Chelsea Craig should have been the player of the year in the Mid-South Conference if she had my vote. Of course, I'm biased. But we won, I believe, toughest conference in America outright by 3 games, and Chelsea was our rock. She was our absolute rock, and I'm sure she can tell you a little bit more about that, but we think that adversity is maybe having a sprained ankle or, having 2 tests in 1 week, but I don't know the adversity that Chelsea Craig has faced this year. Last night, I think, is a prime example of how our team is. Lindy Young, Chelsea, and like I say, Chelsea and Lindsey Bird have been the meat of our post. They're our 2 starters, and they were tired last night. And you could tell that they played 2 really tough games. And Lindy Young she's played very limited minutes for us. She's a senior, probably one of the best teammates we've ever coached. If you come to any of our games and you pick out parents, you would think Lindy Young's parents were the parents of our leading scorer, best player. They've cheered for our kids all season long, and she came in off the bench last night and sparked us. And if you'd asked me before the game who our spark would have been, I couldn't tell you. We don't run particular sets for a particular player. It's just whoever is going to make big plays. And I think our bench well outscored our starters last night. I'm not sure on that, but I think that was the case. And I think these girls will sit and tell you and that's something that we talked about. I think if we had kids that played 35 minutes a game, we would have had maybe opportunities for first-team All-Americans. And they've sacrificed. They don't want those awards. They don't care about those awards. But I think all of them would agree that a Final Four is much more rewarding than anything like that. And that's not to take away being a first-team All-American is an unbelievable thing. But I think none of them average LeeAnn, but the rest of our group doesn't average over 20 minutes a game.
It makes me want to go harder, I guess. Even though they're not with me physically, I know they're here with me, and I just want to make them proud. So I just want to go hard for them. And, even though they're not here, I still have a family. It's good to know that this is my family, and they'll always be my family, and it doesn't matter. So it has given me an extra push and extra drive to do more and to excel better.
I told them in the car on the way over, and I tell them all the time, there's such a group of alumni, not just players, families. And I sat down finally this morning, and it literally took me probably over an hour to answer text. And it was former players just so pumped. And so, they feel like they've earned it, and they have. And it's just Campbellsville's always been family and, always will be. And that's something that I think these kids obviously, will tell you too, just like what Chelsea said. She's embraced us and we've embraced her. And, I think that's something that's just, if you ask me what Campbellsville University is, I think that's it. It's family.